Today I will be reading out of Proverbs. The subject I'm going to be talking about is Proverbs of Solomon. And I'm going to be reading and discussing chapter 18, 19, and 20. And like I say in all my videos, that when I do these videos, I do not do them to mock nobody, to talk about nobody, or mistreat nobody, or mislead nobody. So, basically, before anybody gets to assuming that I'm talking to them, no. This is what the Lord wants me to talk about today in this video. Now, I have chosen several books in the Bible, King James Version, but I asked the Lord to show me which book He want me to read, and He led me to Proverbs. He led me to chapter 19. So I read 19, read on through 20, and then it's just like something said, go back and read chapter 18. So I did. So today, like I said before, I'll be reading chapter 18, 19, and 20 in Proverbs. And starting with 18, and it reads, "Through desire, a man, having separated himself, seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom. A fool has no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself. When the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy reproach. The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters, and the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook. It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment. A fool's lip enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. The wounds of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly. He also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it, and is safe. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, and as an high wall in his conceit. Before destruction, the heart of man is haughtiness, and before honor is humility. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is folly and shame unto him. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit can bear. The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. A man's gift maketh room for him, and bringeth him great men. He that is first in his cause seemeth just, and his neighbor cometh and searcheth him. The lot causeth contentions to cease, and parteth between the mighty. A brother offended is harder to be warned than a strong city, and their contentions are like the bars of a castle. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruits of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall be filled. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor of the Lord. The poor useth entreaties, but the rich answer it roughly. A man that has friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. Okay, now I'm going to go back and kind of just brief over this, just talk about a few things in this chapter 18 of Proverbs. Okay, now it's saying that through desire a man, having separated himself, seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom. That means he go about doing everything being wise, being cautious, not just doing things because it seems right, it feel right, or it look right. You doing things because you want to make sure that it's right in the eye of the Lord. And then it's a fool that have no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself. Okay, the Bible tells you don't call nobody no fool. But he's saying that a fool do not understand what they're supposed to be doing. They don't try to understand. Only thing they do, they worry about themselves and what they want, how they want to do it. They don't worry about, they don't consider everybody else's feelings. They just want whatever they want at the moment and the time. When the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt, and with ignominy reproach. That means, it said when the wicked cometh, then cometh also contempt. That means the wicked is coming, and they come to do just what they coming to do. They don't care how they got to get it done. They don't care who they use to get it done. They gonna get it done one way or the other. And that's just the way the wicked work. And it say, the words of a man's mouth are as deep waters, and the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook. Now everybody know water that's deep, it don't flow. It don't run. Because it ain't got no flowness to it. It's deep, but it's there. It ain't got no gravity. It don't have nothing. Deep waters are just deep. But and it says and the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook. That means if you have wisdom, then everything you do gonna go as planned. You ain't gonna have to go back and redo nothing. You ain't gonna have to go back and redo nothing. You plan it out, and then it go exactly as planned. Okay? It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment. Now, we have that today. We have it in churches. We have it in homes. We have it in schools. We have it everywhere. Because the wicked want to be right. But because it's a spiritual war, then it's the wicked against the righteous. The wicked against the righteous. And they try to overthrow the righteous, to try to make themselves and whatever they doing right when it's wrong. You can't turn around and do wrong and think wrong gonna correct the problem. No, you do wrong, you gotta find out what's wrong and what's going on with you, and you gotta correct the problem. Can't nobody correct that problem for you. But if you want to be persistent and just, okay, I'm gonna do this, I got to do this, then hey, that's what's in your heart, that's what you gonna do. So basically you can't do that. You're gonna have to find out what you need to do with the problem, because it don't make sense. That's how confusion come about, because you got this wickedness, this evilness against righteous. Everybody want to be right. Everybody want to be evil. The Bible tells you don't overcome evil with evil, overcome evil with good. But today, everything is just backwards. To me, I don't know how everybody else feel about it, but to me, I think it's backwards. That's how the people I've hung around and, I've had interaction with, they just don't find no problem with nothing wrong with what they doing, but they want to speak on and blame other people when you simply got a problem yourself. So basically, take a look at yourself. Ain't no use to fighting against right. Right gonna always win. Wrong ain't gonna win. They might win for a season or for a little while, but after a while, that lie gonna eventually turn around and have to be the truth. That's why I don't believe in telling lies. Cause you tell one lie, you gotta tell 10 more to cover up that one lie. When you can simply tell the truth the first time, be done with it. And then once you tell the truth about it, and then whoever want to do what they want with it, that's on them. That's no longer on you. I'm speaking for myself. That's why I don't have time to be running around here playing, cheating, lying, and scheming and everything else. What you do got to find a way of coming back to you. And as far as I know, that what I've done with my life, I've done nothing bad. I mean, I might have done some things that I'm not proud of, but I ain't did nothing to the point where I can't come back from. I mean, I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about nobody else. I'm talking about me and my life. How everybody else is doing, I don't know. But I know how I want to live my life now, and I know where I want to be. And in order for me to get there, I got to make preparation, and I got to make goals and plans to get there. And that's simple as that. I can't let nobody hinder me from what the Lord got for me, because I want to be foolish and ignorant and stupid and do things that I know ain't right, and I have done that. And that wasn't the way to go. That wasn't the way to go. But when I repented and I got back in with Christ, you know what? I'm a totally different person. I'm not the same person. I don't engage with the same people. I don't hang around the same people. The only somebody I be around is my daughter. But everybody else, they already done made it plain that they don't want to be around me. And you know what? That's a plus for me. That's a plus for me. Because that's less I have to worry about. That's less I don't even have to worry about that situation no more. You can see, when you put your trust in the Lord gonna fix things. And when he fix things, like I said, can't no man put asunder. He gonna try. And when I say man, I'm talking about woman too. They gonna try. And it says right here that the wicked gonna try to overthrow the righteous. And one thing I know, as long as I stay in God's hand, I ain't got to worry about the wicked. Because the wicked gonna take care of themselves. So it's my job to make sure me and my daughter get to the place where we need to go and stay in Christ and do not stray from Christ. I strayed from Christ one time. I'm not going to stray from him no more. Because he is the one that's supplying all my needs, have supplied all my needs, have been there when everybody else left, that said that I love you, I'm going to be with you forever. I won't let no harm come to you. I won't say nothing negative to you. I won't try to do nothing to run your life. I won't go behind your back and talk about you, and I'll be faithful to you and all this stuff. But all at the same time, all this is happening. But with me being the trust person that I am, I entrusted that to come into my life. So now that I know that I have somebody in my corner that I can do better, I can get things done. I got somebody just tell me and show me how to do things. Instead of just, you gonna do this, you gonna do that, do it my way, do it. No, everybody don't do everything the same way. But you're not gonna come and tell me what I'm gonna do. Now you can, explain things to me, but you're not gonna be nice to me because I don't have to take that. I don't have to take that. And the Bible simply tells me how to deal with people that have those type of behaviors. You do not reward negative behavior. You nip it in the bud right then, and you let it know. No, this is not gonna exist. Yeah, once you do that, you gonna lose everybody. Your children might run off, but I don't care. I don't care. Because I already know where the Lord wants me to be at. So it's my job to get there and do what he wants me to do. But I can't do that if I'm running around here worrying about these worldly things that don't mean nothing. And these people in this world ain't got no heaven or hell to put me in. So why shall I worry about them? I'm not worried about the wicked. I let the Lord take care of the wicked. I don't worry about that. I put the wicked in the Lord's hand. I go tell God what I got to tell him, and that's it. I don't even have to worry about it no more. Because I know one thing about it, when God take care of it, he take care of it. He take care of it, and it don't come up again when he take care of it. So people can say whatever they want about me. I know I'm a changed person. I know I don't want to do the things I used to do. People can bring on my past and say whatever they want to say about me. That was my past before I even got with anybody. So whatever I did in my single life, that's my business. But the day I came married, I take that back. The day I came involved in a relationship, everything else stopped. Because I had no use for it. But when I stopped doing that, everything else started coming up. Sylinna doing this, Sylinna doing that, Sylinna with that person, Sylinna with that person. Okay. If I say I ain't with them, I ain't with them. If I say I ain't doing what people say I'm doing, I ain't doing it. But I'm not going to sit up there and tell no lie on myself. But people can believe what they want to believe because people ain't got no heaven or hell to put me in. So basically, like I said, everybody needs to worry about their own selves. Because they got skeleton in their closet. I already done aired mine out. I already done told the Lord, confessed to the Lord, and repented to the Lord for what I did. So now you sitting around here worried about me, what you gonna do? I done did what I'm supposed to do. And I said the same thing about my marriage. I prayed to God about that. And I told God, I said, I done did everything I know to do as a wife. All I can do is stand. And whatever is happening in this marriage is happening because God wanted it to happen. He allowing it to happen. Because I prayed to him about it. And he basically told me, don't worry about it. I got this. That's what the Lord told me. And I know that his word will not come back void because you know why? I got peace in my house. I don't have to argue with nobody. I don't have to worry about what nobody go. I don't have to worry about nobody talking on the phone and being disrespectful to me. I don't have to worry about that now. When I go to bed, I don't worry. When I lay down my head, I go to sleep. I don't be up all night wondering, oh, what this person, what that person, what this person doing. I don't do that. The Lord just gave me peace. And ain't no amount of money or no kind of situation is worth nobody's peace. I'm talking about me at this point. Ain't worth nobody's happiness. If you ain't happy, you ain't got peace. If you ain't got peace, you ain't got meekness. You can't allow people to come in your life and bring destruction, bring their problems in, and this and that, and this and that, and then don't even talk to you about it. Okay, I'm just going to dump everything on her. You can't do that without talking to me. You don't know how I feel about the situation, even though you know that I'm going to accept it anyway, but still, you could have discussed it with me. You just brought everything in at once. Everything was just bam, 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 bam. That's hard to take in as a young lady just not getting out in the world. You just, the whole time, you just gonna do what you want to do with me. You just gonna assume it's okay with me. And then, if I say something, then I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That's why I stopped saying anything of what was going on. If it wasn't concerning my daughter, I stopped saying anything. Because every time I turn around, I'm sitting up here doing right, but my name being brought up and I'm cussed out, talked about, called all kind of names, but I'm the only one doing right. So God had delivered me from that situation, and there's no way I'm going back. Because I'm telling y'all, I got so much peace now. I have peace. When I say peace, peace. Peace. Not confusion, argument. Can't sleep because you don't know if you're going to be in an argument. Scared to go to sleep because you don't know what the next person going to do laying beside you. I don't have that fear no more. God done showed me what to do, and I have done that. And I'm going to keep on doing what the Lord say, because man ain't got no heaven or hell to put me in. And the way man going, he ain't going to heaven. Sit up there playing all in church, cold and going on, and I ain't got time for that. If you going to quote me, you going to quote me. If you going to quote me, you going to marry me. I don't care if I never meet your family, but if you involved with me, you going to marry me. Because I was always told, if a man can lay up and get you pregnant, a man can marry you. And that's what I did. And that's what I did. You got to take the words of the wisdom. And if you learn the word how to be wise, then you will overcome all this wicked and evil areas and people in your life around you. I'm telling you. There's nothing like the peace of God. I don't care what nobody say. It might have took me a while to get back here where I am now. But hey, I'm there. I had a lot of obstacles in the way, but I'm there. I had a lot of confusion, but I'm there. And that's why a lot of people say, well, I don't understand her. It ain't for you to understand. This is God working on me. This is God working on me. So what God has for me, it ain't for you. Because if it was for you, then he'll be dealing with you. But right now, he's dealing with me. He's dealing with me and my belly. I don't know about nobody else. I don't know what the Lord dealing with nobody else, but I know he's dealing with me and my belly. I can't control what nobody else do. I'm not going to try to do that. But I'm going to do right on my part. But like I said, hey, God already done gave me a vision of what he want me to do, and I got to start working on it. I don't care how I got to do it. I got to get it done. Because he done showed me. But he say in the meanwhile, while he removing all this other stuff out of my life, he said that I need to be doing what he told me to do and what I need to do to get myself together. It might have took me 20-some years to get this vision and to do what I'm finna do. because, like I said, I strayed away. I strayed away because I had obstacles in my way. I didn't see the obstacles. Everything that look good ain't good. I ain't never believed in wanting what somebody else got. I want my own. Because what's for somebody else ain't good for me. So that's why I say I'm not worried about what people say about me no more. Because I know where I'm going. I know what path I'm on. Because they ain't got no helm to hell to put me in. So why do I care what they got to say? And they sure can't do nothing to me. They might try. They trying hard. But I know one thing. With the help of the Lord, they'll never succeed. I don't care what they try to go around. I don't care who they try to work through. I don't care how they try to do it. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. And it say a fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes. That means you run your mouth and say things you know you ain't got no business saying to people, hurting people feeling, mistreating people, just all kind of evil stuff just because you can. Because you can. Because it's convenient. Because of the situation. Now I understand why God wanted me to go back to 18 and read. It's saying something. It's saying something. You can't mess with a child of God. You can't mess with a child of God. And it say, his lips are the snare of his soul. His lips is the snare of his soul. Snappy lips. Snappy lips. Knowing everything. Don't want to hear what nobody else got to say. Just want to say stuff just because your lip moving. Don't trust no man. I'm talking about me. Don't trust no man. Because man will lie and deceive you. When I say man, it means woman too. The words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly. Talebearer. That is, to me, that's a person that tell lies, knowing that it's going to hurt that person, knowing that this person's character going to be damaged, this person's life going to be messed up, and it goes down into the inner part of the belly, and they actually believe that. They hold on to that. Okay, I want this to happen to that person. I want this to happen. It got to happen. I got to find a way for it to happen. But then you still want blessings and mercy from the Lord, even though he'll give it to you. He'll forgive you for what you do. But he stand very firm on mistreating people and blaspheming people. And you, like he said, you can't serve two masters. You're going to love one and you're going to hate the other. You're going to be hot or you're going to be cold. So people have to actually think about what they're saying and doing to people before they do it. Because you can take the little smallest saying and they can damage a person's character. And when people look at that person, that's all they see, and recap whatever that person is saying or done did to that person, that's all they recap. And that's why people have different perception of people when they see them. Because I know I go around people And I can tell when people done came around people and talked about me. I feel it because of the energy. I feel the energy. The energy be low. When the energy, what causes the energy to be low is that person done went and talked about me too. When that person meet me, they see a different person. Because I'm the same person every morning, noon, and night. I don't change. I'm the same person today I was yesterday. I don't change. I stay the same. I remain the same every day. I keep my meekness. And if I keep my meekness, then I got happiness. If I got happiness, then I can function better. But what makes somebody feel good? Somebody talking about somebody. Somebody mistreating somebody. Somebody hitting somebody. Somebody cussing somebody out. To think it's funny because they in a group. All the groups I've been in, I have had people that talk about people like a dog. But you know what I did? I didn't laugh with them. And then they gonna look at me, what's wrong with you? I don't have to do what you do. That person ain't did nothing to me. Why I'm gonna sit up and talk about that person? So hey, if you wanna do that, you gonna do that. I don't have to do it because you do it. If you don't know a person, then you gonna have them perception of a person. If you don't know them, you have to be with a person. You have to be with a person to really just understand their ways, how they talk, how they speak, what environment they in. But if you don't know that, then hey, you can't just go on what somebody tell you about somebody. Because most of the time it ain't true no way. That's just a person just running their mouth because they can. Trying to make themselves look good. Because they don't want nobody to see what they got going on and what they doing. So they try to blame everybody else and throw dirt on everybody else. But you can't do that. I have had people say all kind of things about me throughout my life. I wish you were never born. I hope you die. All kinds of stuff. But you know one thing about I told them, I didn't ask to be born into this world. And when you dig a ditch for one, you dig a ditch for yourself. That's why I said I ain't got time to be worried with these people nowadays because people fake. They go for family, they go for friends. Fakeness. I don't fake nothing. If I talk to you, I talk to you. If I don't talk to you, I don't talk to you. It ain't no two sides. It ain't no two-face. If I see you trouble, I'm not going to fool with you. And that's just simple as that. I'm not going to fool with you if I see you trouble. And I can feel that energy. That's why I have certain people that I don't be around. I don't talk to. I feel that energy. So if people around me and I feel that their energy low, I don't fool with them. I don't fool with them. I do not fool with people with low energy. Okay? And he also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster. Slothful means slow. If you think about the animal sloth, them things move around real slow. They move around slow. Slower than a turtle. That's them things with them long claws, hairy. A sloth. They move around slow. And he telling you right here, he also that is slothful in his work. That means if you slow in your work, telling the people about the word, what he has ministered to you, then is brother to him that is a great waster. That means if you have a brother and your brother don't work, your brother is a waster. I don't want no job. That's slothful. I get a job tomorrow. I gonna make a way. No. That ain't what God wants you to do. He wants you to be happy in whatever you do. Be proud to do it. Let me come out. No, I'm gonna put it off and no, get it done. Get it done. And it say, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. That's self-explanatory. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it and is safe. Oh, gosh. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. His wealth is what he lives in. His wealth is where he lives. His wealth is all he worships. And as an high wall in his own conceit. That means he don't want to share with nobody. A beggar come ask him for something. No, I ain't giving you nothing. I ain't doing nothing for you. You ought to go to work. You ought to do this. You ought to do that. No. If a man wants something to eat, give him something to eat. If the man wants something to drink, give him something to drink. It ain't going to hurt you. Here you is, you rich, you got all this stuff. And then you can't even get a man a piece of bread and some water. Come on now. Before destruction, the heart of a man is haughty. Before destruction, the heart of a man is haughty. Haughty. That means okay, I gotta think how I'm gonna do this. How I'm gonna do this without anybody knowing. How I'm gonna do this to get by with. How can I get this person to do that for me? And then this person, that person, and it just passes along what this one person wants to do. That's destruction of a man is haughty. And before honor is humility. And before honor is humility. That means okay. Yeah, you did it, boy. You did it. You said you gonna do it. You did it, boy. You got done. You got done. And you sitting up there thinking you did something great and undid somebody wrong. The little small things you got to know, to recognize. He that answereth a matter before heareth it. Okay, that's just like somebody come and tell you something about somebody. You don't know if it's true or not. So you just go back and cuss that person out and low rate that person. And then it say, it is folly and shame unto you. That means that you done agreed upon to something that you don't know if it's true or not. You just acting on what somebody come and tell you or what's being said. And then it's saying, shame unto you. You shouldn't do that. If anybody come and say something to you, you should be able to tell that person, I ain't got time for that. You don't come and tell me that. Gossip. He say, she say. They say, or whatever you call it. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear. Now, the spirit of a man means sustain. That means it'll hold his infirmity. You know, it'll hold his infirmity. But a wounded spirit who can bear. But a wounded spirit who can bear. Now, a wounded spirit gonna do what? Go depend on God. He gonna go to God. He gonna pray about it, and he gonna talk to God about that. But the spirit of a man will sustain. That means he will not. He will not go to God before he deal with the problem. He just go off and just deal with the problem on his own instead of, talking to God and praying to God about it, asking God how to go about the situation with the person. And it say, the heart of the prudent getteth knowledge. The heart of the prudent getteth knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. Okay, the heart of the prudent getteth knowledge. That means, okay, the heart of the prudent getteth knowledge. Okay, that means that your heart is, you going to get all the facts before you go assuming stuff and just going off on folks. That's what that's saying. And it said the ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. The ear of the wise seeketh knowledge. That means when you hear something, you go seek God. You don't go seek man, or you don't go confront that person. Because you don't know if it's true or not. You can't do that. You got to seek God and see, because only God knows. He sits high and he sits low. So he see everything everybody doing, so ain't nobody getting away with nothing. A man's gift maketh room for him, and bringeth him before great men. Okay. A man's gift maketh room for him. That means if you have a gift, then you're blessed. If you have a gift, you blessed. And if you blessed, then that's gonna bring you great people around you. Not jealousy, not envy. People that's gonna not want you for your blessing, your wealth, or whatever you got going on. They want you to be a friend because they want you to be a friend. Not to use you or misuse you or go around and talk about you and do all this crazy stuff. That's a person that's going to be with you forever and ever. He that is first in his own cause seemeth just, but his neighbor cometh and searches him. Okay. He that is first in his own cause seemeth just. That means that if you causing your own self stuff to come upon you because you doing wrong or whatever, then it say, but his neighbor cometh and searches him. Your neighbor come and check on you to make sure you're okay. Okay? That's what the neighbor doing, check and make sure you're okay. The lot causes contentions to cease, and parteth between the mighty. Now this is saying pretty much, regardless of what's going on, when God get in between the mess or whatever's going on, it's gonna perish. It's not gonna exist anymore. Everything gonna be, as y'all say, squash. Everybody fine. Everybody getting along. Everything back to normal. And then it say, a brother offended is harder to be warned than a strong city. Now, this is true. And this is how the world is actually working today. If you offend somebody, you can just forget about it. They gonna hold that grudge till I don't know how long. Maybe one day they'll let go, but people these days, they don't believe in forgiving people. They just hold on to grudges and carry it on with the rest of their lives. I don't know. And it say a brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city. That means a city with many people. Many people. It can be few, it can be many. But most of the cities have many people in them. And their contentions are like the bars of a castle. That means you can't reason with them. You can't come back and apologize. They accept it. They can't forgive you. They're hard-hearted. They can, but they don't want to because they just done got set in that mode, and that's the mode that they gonna stay in. Like they say, you know, with the elders, they say they sit in their ways. That's where a lot of people do when they get offended by anybody. They put up that wall. Can't nobody get through. Can't nobody get in. Can't nobody get out. And that's basically. And it say a man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth. Now when it say a man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, that means that what comes out your mouth is in your belly. If you got good in your belly, then goodness gonna come out your mouth. If you got hatred in your belly, then everything you say gonna be towards hatred or evil or wickedness or whatever. So you gotta be careful what you put in your body. You gotta be careful how you say things, because most of the time what you put in your body gonna come out some kind of way. It's gonna come out some kind of way. So you gotta be careful about what you put in your belly. You gotta be careful about what you eat. You gotta be careful about what people feeding you. You gotta be careful about what you listening to. You gotta be careful about what you seeing. You gotta be careful about any situation. That's why y'all hear me. I'm talking about myself. That's why y'all hear me saying I don't hang with nobody. I have a few select of friends, and I have family. And Lord knows I love my family to the fullest. I am a family person. I always have and I always will. Okay, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. And the more that he's godly like, the more his lips will be filled with the goodness, with the speaking of good of others, with treating people right, saying the right things to people. The whole mind will be changed. Your mind, your belly and your mouth connects together. Your belly and your mouth connects together. Hey, like I said, I'm a work in progress. So hey, I ain't leaving out myself. I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm talking about myself. Okay. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Now I'm going to go back to two things I said earlier. I had one person say to me that they hate I was born. And I have another person that said that they hope I die. Now, it just said death and life are in the power of the tongue. These two people done spoke evilness, wickedness over my life. So therefore, I got to go to God. This is a spiritual warfare. I have to do what I got to do to make sure that I'm in the proper place to receive what God got for me. I listen, but I don't hear. I got eyes, but I don't see. I listen more than I speak. Wisdom is the most important lesson in life. Wisdom. If you got wisdom, you shall not perish. And they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So, okay. The people that told me, that spoke that on my life, they thought it was funny. They laughed. They laughed. But you know what I said? I might have been wrong for saying what I said. But I said this. I didn't ask to be born. And when you dig a ditch for one, you better dig one for yourself. I might have been wrong for saying that. I might should not have said that. Hey, I have to go to God on that one. I have to go to God on that one. And whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor of the Lord. Now, this right here, it can kind of go with the man or the woman. I don't know. I really don't think that I really don't think that God is meaning that he's choosing sides when he say whosoever finds a wife finds a good thing. The same thing is with the wife. Now, when the wife finds her husband and she become the wife, it ain't much more she's supposed to do, because she done did her job. Submit herself, and everything else will be added unto her. And basically the same thing with the man. Be the man of the household and do your duties as what the Lord say do, and leave your family and cling to your wife. And y'all become one. Not half, not four, but one. One whole. One whole. And then you will obtain favor of the Lord. The Lord likes to see husband and wife. He don't like to see girlfriend and boyfriend. He don't like to see girl and girl and boy with boy. The Lord wants you to be husband and wife. Male and female. Male and female. That's why women have more ribs than the men. Because God had to take a rib from the man to create woman. The poor uses entreaties, but the rich answered roughly. Okay, the poor uses entreaties. That means the poor, they're humble, they're meekness, they appreciate whatever they get. How they can get it, they just very appreciative. But the rich, they just crazy. Oh, I can go do this, I can do that, I got this, I got that. No, I've been around people that pay people to do stuff. Okay, I'll pay you if you go do that. Oh, no, oh. I've been around people that do that. That ain't good. That ain't no good look on nobody. But the poor, they just is, you know, they just, poor people are just genuine people. You have these rich people. The reason why the Bible say they answer roughly is because they so high and mighty, they higher than God. They don't worship him. Most rich people are anti-Christ. They don't believe in Christianity. They don't believe in Jesus. They don't believe in God. They want to buy these boodle, big old fat, like I said, boodle things, and I done seen that too. He just sits there, don't say nothing. He's just an idol. Big old fat Chinese man done got painted in gold, and they worshiping him. And got them old little binging bells and going on and chanting and no. No. God said he's a jealous God. You don't worship no other idol before him. He said he's the first in everything that you do. You can't just put, yeah, you can, he'll allow you to stray and put him to a side and do what you want to do. But eventually, at some point in your life, you're going to come back to him. I can vouch for that. You might not want to because you ain't ready to let go of what you're doing. But eventually, you're going to have to come back to him because he's going to put you in that situation. He going to put you in that situation where you're going to have to come back to him because the people here on this earth ain't going to have the answers. And he put you in that situation for a reason. And he never fails. Because he done did me like that many times. Where I had to come back to him. That's why he said, put your trust in no man. Man will fail you. Man is not going to tell you the truth. Man is going to lie. Man is not going to tell you and people are like that today. You can ask people for directions, they'll tell you they don't know, and they've been living in that town for years and months and months and months and years, and still can't tell you because they don't want to. They don't want to tell you. Same thing, it go back to the brother. Let me go back up here and find this thing up in here what it say about the brother. And was he that is first in his own search seemeth just, but his neighbor cometh and searcheth him. That means if you got a neighbor and your neighbor see you acting strange, your neighbor know that your daily routine. And you know, and you don't leave your house for a certain amount of days. I don't care if that neighbor ain't never spoke to you. Eventually that neighbor gonna come over there. And that neighbor gonna check on you. And that's just that's brotherly love. Same thing with the sisterly love. It's pretty much the same thing. That's all God is saying. He letting you borrow this stuff on this earth to fellowship with your sisters and brothers. Because it's a male and a female thing. So, and this next one is saying, a man that has friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. Now he's sitting here telling you a friend that'll stick closer than a brother. And you do have people in this world. They have family. But they have friends that's closer than their sisters and brothers. Because of the genuine. Because of who you are. Who you are draws who